6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Zahra Sikandar. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has vowed to continue with the policy of providing relief to common man. Finance Minister has reiterated commitment to sustainable development through export and productivity-led growth in the country. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have reaffirmed commitment to foster strategic partnership. Pakistan Navy ship Aslat has undertaken counter-piracy patrols in the Arabian Sea off the east coast of Somalia for free flow of maritime trade. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, massive protests have erupted in Doda district after uploading blasphemous content on social media by Hindutva activists. The United States stock markets are experiencing extremely bearish trends after President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs on trade partners. Now the news in detail. Amir of Jamaat-e-Islami, Hafiz Naimur Rahman, telephoned Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif today and thanked him for the recently announced reduction in electricity prices. The Prime Minister welcomed the gesture and vowed to continue with a policy of providing relief to the common man as government's topmost priority. He said Pakistan's journey of development will continue. During the conversation, both leaders expressed concern over the unprovoked Israeli bombing of unarmed Palestinians in Gaza and the silence of international powers over these atrocities. The Prime Minister reiterated that Pakistan will continue raising its voice at every international forum against the ongoing Israeli oppression in Gaza. He said Pakistan's position is clear on supporting the unarmed Palestinians who are victims of Israeli oppression. Finance Minister Mohammad Aurangzeb has reiterated commitment to sustainable development through export-led productivity growth in the country. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he expressed satisfaction over the performance of auto sector and its share in overall exports. Mohammad Aurangzeb said the government is undertaking structural reforms to end reliance on IMF. On the taxation side, the finance minister said the tax to GDP ratio is to touch 10.6% by the end of this financial year, which is an increase of 1.8% in 1 year. Responding to the changing United States trade policy, Mohammad Aurangzeb said Pakistan will send a high-level delegation to Washington to convey its commitment to a long-term strategic partnership. He said the government is constructively engaged and is working on a package, and when finalized, it can go forward for discussions with the U.S. administration. He said Pakistan wants to make sure to have win-win situation in medium to long terms for both the countries. Parliamentary Secretary for Information and Broadcasting Danial Chaudhry has said the government prioritizes to ensuring citizens access to basic civic amenities. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said the economy is moving forward by dint of tireless efforts of the government. He said Prime Minister has gifted the nation a reduction in electricity prices through its vibrant economic policies. He said the federal government's Ramadan relief package covered over 4 million people, and Punjab government's ration package was provided to 3 million people. A 5-day, 150th anniversary assembly of the Inter-Parliamentary Union began in Tashkent today. A Pakistani parliamentary delegation led by the Chairman Senate, Syed Yusuf Raza Gilani, is in Tashkent to participate in the event. Earlier, Senate Chairman met with the Chairperson of the Senate of the Oli Majalis of Uzbekistan, Tanzila Narbieva. Both sides discussed enhancing inter-parliamentary cooperation, strengthening the legal framework of bilateral relations, and expanding collaboration in mutually beneficial sectors. They reaffirmed their commitment to fostering strategic partnerships and acknowledged the steady development of friendly and brotherly ties between both the nations. Pakistan Navy ship Aslat has undertaken counter-piracy patrols in the Arabian Sea off the east coast of Somalia in support of Combined Task Force 151, which is currently being led by Pakistan Navy. Pakistan Navy-led CTF 151 is taking proactive measures to enhance its presence in the region, remaining vigilant of the piracy threat in the Gulf of Aden and off the east coast of Somalia. The deployment of PNS Aslat reflects Pakistan Navy's firm resolve to combat piracy and armed robbery while also protecting global maritime commons and ensuring the free flow of maritime trade in the region. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has expressed deep concern at the acquisition and use of modern and sophisticated illicit arms by terrorist groups such as Tehrik-e-Taliban Pakistan, the so-called Balochistan Liberation Army, and Majid Brigade. The concern was expressed by the counselor at the Pakistan mission, Syed Atif Raza, while delivering national statement at a United Nations Security Council meeting in New York. He said terrorist armed groups are in possession of illicit arms abandoned in Afghanistan, which are being used against civilians and armed forces of Pakistan. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, massive protests erupted in Doda district after blasphemous content was uploaded on social media by a Hindutva activist. According to Kashmir Media Service, protesters demanded strict punishment for the offender. In Bhardwara, Muslims also observed a complete shutter-down strike in protest against the sacrilegious act. The situation remains tense as the Indian Forces personnel have been deployed in strength at various locations across the district, and internet access has been blocked. All parties heard conference spokesperson Advocate Abdul Rashid Minhas in a statement in Srinagar strongly condemned the blasphemous act in Doda, calling it a deliberate attempt to stir communal tensions and target the religious sentiments of Kashmiris. Meanwhile, in yet another instance of India's systematic land grab in illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, authorities have seized over 10 canals of agricultural land in Ramban district belonging to two Kashmiris, Muhammad Sharif and Muhammad Yunus. The aim is to economically paralyze the native population and pave the way for settling non-local Hindus, accelerating demographic changes in the Kashmir. And on the other hand, Indian military operation in Katwa district has entered its 14th consecutive day today, during which occupation troops have arrested over 2,000 people, including a woman and 2 teenage girls, on the pretext of aiding Mujahideen. At least 10 Palestinians were martyred by Israeli forces today. Meanwhile, a video evidence has emerged showing Israeli forces firing an ambulance on an attack that killed 15 medics and humanitarian workers in Gaza. Gaza's health ministry said over 50,000 Palestinians are confirmed dead and over 115,000 wounded in Israel's war on Gaza. Arab League Secretary-General Ahmed Abdul-Ghait says Israel is deliberately violating signed agreements and killing more civilians in the occupied Palestinian territories, Lebanon and Syria. In a statement today, Abdul-Ghait warned of the consequences of global inaction against Israel's flagrant disregard for international legal norms. In the United States, stock markets have ended their worst week since 2020 after President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs came into effect. All 3 main indexes on Wall Street dropped by more than 5% by the time the New York Stock Exchange closed yesterday. In Myanmar, the death toll due to last week's deadly earthquake has passed 3,300. According to new figures published by the state media today, over 4,400 people were injured, while 200 others are missing. World Day of Conscience is being observed today. International Day of Conscience highlights the vital role of conscience as a guiding force in achieving global peace and tolerance and mutual respect. The day is celebrated to highlight that everyone has self-respect and right to live with peace and security. Finally, the weather. Hot and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. And to end the news, here again are the headlines. Prime Minister has vowed to continue with the policy of providing relief to the common man. Finance Minister has reiterated commitment to sustainable development through exports and productivity-led growth in the country. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have reaffirmed commitment to foster strategic partnership. Pakistan Navy ship Aslat has undertaken counter-piracy patrols in the Arabian Sea off the east coast of Somalia for free flow of maritime trade. And the United States stock markets are experiencing extremely bearish trends after President Donald Trump's sweeping tariffs on trade partners. With this, we come to the end of the news for the moment. For more news and analyses, visit our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.